guys, it's Moz here from Moz651. Our model is on the workbench today. I have this vintage classic. Yes, Airfix have released their Jaguar 420 and put it into their vintage classic range. Now, we were promised this back in February. They said they're going to announce it and release it, and today it arrived on my workbench. Now, I paid £14.25 plus £3.95 shipping. It was 6 days because of, and there was an issue, you know, for it to get here. It's taken a long time for me to get hold of this one. Slightly disappointed in the fact that I should have got my 10% discount because I'm an Airfix club member. So I'll be ringing them up this week to find out why I didn't get that 10% off. But also, remember, this is quite a rare kit because going by scale, mates, this kit was first released in 1968. It was then released under the MPC brand in the 70s, and I believe there was another release as well, going by what I've been hearing from other people. And then finally, 40 years later, I should say, they have now released it again. But it's 1968, the actual tooling. So if it's anything like the beach buggy, I'm hoping that the tooling has lasted really well. Because as you know, when I did the beach buggy, which was put into the vintage classic range, I was blown away by how good the quality was and how good the figure was inside. It is a 1:32 scale. The code for it is, on the website there, is A03401V. So that's A03401V. I think I got that right. A03401V. That's right. Make sure I get that right. I'll edit a bit out if I got it wrong. If it's still in, if I got it correct. But anyway, yeah. So it's finally come today. I'm really pleased with it. You know, it's got the old style box art, and in 1968 it would have looked like this, but it would have had what's called the red stripe. It's only could put in the comment what red stripe was about, because I've heard different things. I heard it was a special, it was like a special series and it had red stripe, and apparently if it's got a red stripe it's worth more money. But I've got some boxes in my stash, as you've seen, that have red stripes on them, and I think I've paid tuppence for them. I didn't pay a lot of money for those kits. But yeah, here it is. As I said, we were told we're having it in February. It's finally on my bench. What do we get in the box? Well, let's have a little look, shall we? Let's turn the box over. It is a top opening box. As standard. Whoops, just give it a cut. I'll quickly go around the outside of the box as well, so we don't forget that. Let's cut there and there so it's all cut. So, side of the box, you have the mold tools are made in 1968, and the pack illustration was by Roy Cross in 1968 as well. So this is a Cross picture. The paints you're going to need but don't come in the box are 9, 11, 16, 18, 19, 33, 73 and 121. Alright, there's 114 pieces in this box. Length of it is 145mm by 55mm. Doesn't say what the height is though, does it? Skill level 2, which you expect, and you do get 2 flying hours because it's over the £9 mark. I seem to find anything under a tenner, basically get 1. Anything over, you get 2. On the side here, you've got your bump there, your warnings in different lingo languages, etc. Box art again on one edge, and then box art again on the other edge. Nice touch, because normally in model shops they put on the shelf like this or like this, aren't they? So anyways, I've cut open the box, top opening box. Let's open it up and see what you get inside. Over it goes. Place it to one side, and you get 1 bag of sprues. You get some instructions, and at the moment there's no decals. Let's have a look inside here. They normally put the decals in. Oh, there it is. Just a very, very basic decal sheet, and if I put it up to there, you can see it's very shiny. It's reflective, which is really nice. It's a really nice touch. So you've got a choice of number plates there. You can either have Jag 420, which is what I would probably go for, or you can have a bog standard RLL 675, which is like a generic one, I believe. And there it is saying so if you want to, you can actually, I didn't realise this until, you know, later on in my modelling career. I thought I'd mention it here. You can actually cut these out and put them underneath the car so you know what you've actually built. You just put the code in. But yeah, there you are. I'll put a link in the description down below how to get this kit from if you want to buy it. But first off, let's have a look at the instructions. Now, normally with these vintage classics, they don't really go into reproducing it, you know, redeveloping the instructions. They copy the old ones and just add a bit of finesse to them. So let's have a look at this one, shall we? Oh, it looks like it's they've redesigned the instructions, because, you know, they have kind of highlighted all the bits as well. So obviously you're building the engine and gearbox together first. Some nice, you know, there you go, there's a manifold there, top of the rocker box there, you know, it's all coming together. I think that's some sort of coolant tank. And then you start putting the pulley system in and the fan system. That's quite a nice addition. Then underneath, it looks like to me you've got your sump going in underneath. Starting on the dashboard there, on that side. Putting that all in, adding more pieces there. Going on through, so I think that's more of the dash there. And then you start putting in the handbrake, centre console there. Then you start putting the seats together. It looks like you've got to put some backing plates to the seats and put them down into the wells there. Looks like you've got a two-piece, well, you know, cut in half figure there to put together. Looks very posh actually. So it looks like it's two parts for the body, and then you've got the arms. So it's 1, 2, 3. So is it a 1, 2, 3, 4? Maybe it's 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's a 6-part figure. That'd be nice to see. Steering wheel and your stalks go in with the central, with your steering column there. Figure goes in without the arms, it looks like, first, and you glue it all in. Then you put the arms in so it's touching the wheel. Adding more bits there, looks like a battery going in the front. Then you start putting in the axle and suspension. There's some springs there all for the front. And then you start doing, is that the front or the rear? So I can't see. Let's have a look in a minute. I think that's the rear, that's the front, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the front there. We'll have a look in a minute. Turning over, then you slide the engine in, it looks like it goes in under, which is quite a nice touch. Radiator goes in the front, exhaust underneath, there's like 2-part exhaust as well, so they'll be joined up in the middle where the silencer is. Moving through, oh, you got 2 silencers on this one, was it maybe 3? Is it 1, 2, 3 silencers, 4 silencers? 1, 2, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, that's yeah, looking through there, or even more exhaust. Quite a massive, or quite an in-depth exhaust system there, which is quite nice. Then you put it in the rear axle there with the diff. Moving on through, all the disc goes in, and it's telling you not to glue. So I'm assuming you can then move the wheels if they're not in. But then you get the chassis itself, or the body itself. Put the glass in, inside to out, if you know what I mean. So you can basically spray this up in one hit, I reckon, without even having to put the glass in. Then put the glass in after. That's what I would suggest. Then on the back here, you put the bonnet on, or you can have the bonnet up so you can see a lot of the detail of the engine. That's a nice touch. I'm assuming this is all going to be chrome for the bumpers. Going by the picture, there's going to be a lot of chrome on this. So yeah, you can see by the picture, it looks like lots of chrome, and you know, it's a Jaguar, so we'll have a lot of chrome as well. And the colours they're giving you is that gold look. I'm not too keen on that. If I was going to do Jag, I'll probably go for the British Racing Green. But that's just my thoughts on that. But there's the instructions on the Jaguar 420. Let's open the bag, and let's see what we get inside the bag. As I say, it's not been released many times. So if it's anything like the beach buggy that I've done, which I'll link to here if you want to look at the beach buggy video, because as I said, it's got the best figure I've seen for a 1:35 scale, and that was developed in the 70s. You know, it was a cracking looking figure. So just looking through the pieces here, there is a lot, isn't there? There is a lot. I'm just trying to see how they've put the numbers in. So if we get up close, you can see some fine detail there. It's a funny sort of plastic. It's not what I would call Airfix plastic. It feels a lot stronger. It feels a lot stronger. So I don't know, when is it manufactured to? Let's have a quick look, because you can tell where it's manufactured to. Oh, it is made in India. So, but the plastic seems really different. It's a bit flimsy. It doesn't feel like Airfix plastic. I haven't got a kit out that I can say that it's like Airfix plastic. Well, just 2 secs. Yeah, so I just grabbed this one here from my stash, right, which I haven't really had a chance to build yet. But I'm just looking at the quality of the, I don't know, actually, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just the way the tooling is. But can you see that it's like, it's quite a matte finish while this one's really shiny? So I'm just wondering whether this is, yeah, it might be the same plastic. I'm just trying to check, but it just feels a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? It's got a little bit of a different to it, like, you know. So, but yeah, so there's the actual, few pin marks there. So this is the body of the car. It will need a bit of a clean up, obviously. It will need a bit of a clean up. Some pin marks there, so ejection pin marks. So you have to give them a rub down and fill them in. The front, as you can see, there is a lot of flash, so you're going to have to, I would suggest, gently tidying them up as best you can. The windows don't look too bad on that. Looking at the chassis here, looking pretty good. There's a spare wheel there, bit of injection pin mark there. There is release on it. You can see the colour there. There's some release on there that you're going to have to give it a really good wash. On the side here, you've got the wheel hubs there. You've got the front radiator. It's not looking too bad. There's the numbers there. You can see the numbers quite, just if I get close, there you go. See the numbers there on the pieces. So you will be able to see what you're doing. There are numbers on the actual piece themselves. You don't see that these days, do you? But there are actual numbers. There you go. There's number 3 there. But looking pretty good so far. Seats, quite bubbly. Quite nice. Slight tread on the wheels there. Just need to give them a clean up because you've got like a seam mark there, but not looking too bad. There's the front bumper there. No, that's the dashboard there, sorry. There's the dashboard. Little bit of detail there, which is a shame because on the decals there is no like dials or anything, you know, that you can stick in there. So you're going to have to paint these up. There is some little bit of detail there you could probably work with. And there's the front end, some pieces there. I'm trying to see what that is. Must be the front as well. So yeah, the fan will need a bit of a clean up. There's a bit of flash on the fan. Just moving on through, this is the exhaust system. So you've got quite a bit to do there with the exhaust system. Okay, quite a bit to do there. Trying to get it to focus. Not looking too bad. Here's the figure. Let's see where the other bits of the figure is. Trying to find where the figure's gone. There's the piece for the figure. That's come off there, obviously. But look at the way the figure is. Let me just try and carefully just put them together gently so he doesn't, you know. So there's the figure there. It's not the best looking figure, but he's got a blazer on. He's got a tie on it. Not looking too bad, you know. So it's so you've got quite a bit to do there. They've 2 sets of arms. Sorry about this, I'm a bit off with me camera today. 2 arms, which look a little bit, yeah. You're going to have to work on this figure, I'm afraid. You're going to have to work on it. Come on, focus, there you go. You have to work on this figure. But yeah, it's a good start. And you got some more of the suspension bits there. There's your springs and there's your discs, brake discs, your manifold there. Little pieces. And fine, I think I've done everything. And there's your gearbox and there's the start of your engine build. So yeah, not looking too bad so far. I'll just say before I move on, it is quite sad that some of the pieces have fallen off the sprue. I know it's an old kit, but the reason I like seeing the pieces on the sprue is because you know if there's something missing. If you quickly glance through and you can see that there's everything that is on the sprue that should be, you know you've got a complete kit. Just saying. Anyways, just straight to the glass. Now the final bit, we'll look at the glass. And it's nothing special. There's a lot of release on this actually, but see, you can see there you've got your rear window, your front window, and you've got your 2 sides. They're average, okay. You see they're average, but as I said, this is a 50-year-old kit. Nothing too special. You've got some very small pieces there, as you can see, quite some small bits there to work with. And I suggest you take your time with this. You're going to have to There's a bit of flash on the edge there, but they have got the wave, the lines through them. Can you see that? So it is like a Lucas branded light there, quite nice. But you are going to have to take your time, have some patience with the glass. It could do with dipping in some of the Humbrol clear. Put in some clear. I think you'll do all right out of them. And that's it really. That is basically the kit all told. And I don't think it's looking too bad for the age of the kit. So there you go. This was an unboxing of the Airfix Jaguar 420 that's now been released and in stock on the Airfix website. Link in description down below into their vintage classic range. Looking forward to it. Put in the comments down below if you're going to build this, and are you going to stick to the colours? Are you going to do something a bit different? Have you got any memories of building this back when it was released back in the 70s? Just leave them in the comments below. Anyways, we're at the end of the video. So, as normal, I would say, if you like the video, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, ring that bell, and click all to be notified on any new videos. And remember to subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Put your comments down below. I always reply. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.